And then there's the little itty bitty bitty.
And we are. Oh man, we're late. We're late. Late. About a couple. 9 minutes.
Go wrestle.
Oh, and we're cooking. Did Will go to sleep? What is going on? Happy Thursday, guys. Look, we are in the mix, man. We've got RC Pilot Will there. We've got Jeremy Stolt. We've got Hex Space over there. Man, look at this.
Not
Stolt. What is going on, dude? We got Jeremy Stolt over there. Stolt.
He still said it wrong.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier today. I was like, this guy right here.
You're like, what the heck? He let me run all that time.
All this time, man. And I had it wrong, but we're gonna make it right. And so, guys, we are here. Happy Thursday. We are in the mix, dudes. What's going on? Will, what you doing, man? What's new?
Nothing, man. I haven't flown anything in over 4 weeks.
Dude, I know it feels weird to not fly anything over 4 weeks, but the weather has been crummy. Like work's been getting in the way. Like it has been not. This is the longest ever I've gone without flying. Like the longest. So
then go fly something that works for the weather.
Dude, I know. No, I need time to go do it. That's the problem. I went on vacation last weekend, so I had to make life choices. So but sometimes you can't fly all the time, is what I was told, and I was like, we don't say that around here. So,
I did get the chance to get to something that's just kind of close to flying. It's got the same adrenaline as it, but not exactly flying. But we rather warmed up a little bit the other day, Bobby, so I was able to pull the motorcycle out and go out and have a little fun.
It was good weather too. We had like 2 days in the 60s here, which was our normal. It's normally like that around here, 55, 60 at this time of the year, but it's been 30s. So you can't. We're just not
yeah. It's been 30s. It's been gusty. It's been snow. It's been ice. It's just been a lot of stuff other than a nice, pretty Sunday afternoon for us lately. So.
Algerdin says, agree. Weather and job has been getting in the way of flying. Can't wait for 80-degree days. I know, I'm telling you. Also, too, another thing, too, is like the days they're getting longer, but they're shorter. So it's like by the time I get home from work, I got like a 30-minute gap before the sunset. So, first world problems. But Hex Speed, what you got going on, man? How's it been going?
Pretty good. It's been a lot of work trips lately, so currently on one. That's why there's no airplanes behind me. So, but I've been coming home on the weekends, flying with Bentley and doing a few RC projects. But I'm going to be gone for a few weeks straight this time, I think. So won't be doing much. But I've got some goodies coming. Well, some goodies have arrived.
What kind?
Waiting at home for me. But we're gonna. Well, once I actually have the airplane, then we'll reveal that. But I'll tell you what I got so far.
Tell me what you got.
I got one of the new Sato FG120 TSs, which is a 2-cylinder, 4-stroke boxer engine that's 120 cc. So
you said the 120?
Yeah, it's a really good sounding engine, and it looks huge and really heavy. But well, Bentley sent me some pictures of it. I haven't seen it in person, but it looks really nice. So,
dude, that sounds pretty good. And Satos are amazing. This is what he's talking about right here, boys and girls.
Yeah, it's a big dog.
It is a big dog, man.
Like 11 inches wide or 11 and a half inches wide. It's a big engine. So,
dude, and it's gonna sound amazing. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard a 4-stroke. 1 4-stroke sounds like amazing, but 2, oh my gosh.
Yeah, the twins sound really cool. It sounds like a big Harley kind of a thing.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing. 120 cc's. Wow, that is definitely cool. So
should do the job. And then I got a bunch of really expensive servos. So
yeah.
Don't you hate buying expensive servos? It's like that you need them, and then it's like, man, they're so expensive.
Yeah, it sucks.
Oh no.
I only got 8 of them, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
But you know what? Though,
what brand servos you go with?
They may be expensive, but at least they're like worth it. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
The sound is like amazing.
What brand of servos you went with?
The Spectrum 6300s. So they're like $209 a piece. I think is what the price is.
Oh yeah. You definitely went with some expensive servos.
But they're really fast and really strong, which is what I'm going to need. So
yeah.
You want reliability too. So
yep.
Well,
when you got
like
$2,000 hanging off the nose, then you want it to be,
I know when I saw that price on there, I was like, "Whoo!"
I mean, it's like having a turbine essentially.
That's it. It literally is, But like I said, man, that thing sounds amazing. It's well worth it. And like I said, if you've never heard a 4-stroke, like a single 4-stroke is amazing, but twin, that's gonna sound nice, especially when you get them all tuned in and you can hear them going tick, 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 almost all the way down. Where you can count it. So I don't know what that one's gonna sound like, but it'll be cool. So
should be neat.
But Jeremy Soul, what do you got on the play, man? Now, I see what you got there, and I'm gonna make the screen a little bit bigger so people can see right there.
Well, let's let little dude stand behind it.
Little dude stand behind it.
Let you guys see how big that thing is.
Yeah.
Little dude's not that little anymore. So
well, we call
him right at the back of it too.
We call him Little Mass. So
that is amazing. But guys, this is the Comp Carf B2 twin. Did I say that? Is that right? COMCARF?
Comp ARF. They've shortened the name pretty much, and it's called CARF, CARF.
Oh, okay. B2 twin turbine, man. That's amazing, guys. Take a look at that. Jeremy sent me some video of it flying, and it was amazing.
We got some video there. Mountain RC has a good video. He doesn't have any music on there.
Well, good.
So if you wanted to share some of that, you could share some of that. Mine has music, so you can't use mine on there. Otherwise, you'll get it.
Yeah, Mountain RC has no music on his. You go to his channel. This is his latest video he posted. He actually posted it today.
Yeah, I saw it. It's pretty.
You got that link, Alan? You can put it on there in the chat so we can grab it real quick. But anyway, let's talk about this thing real quick. I'm gonna grab my computer here so you guys get a better view of this thing.
I got all kinds of questions, Jeremy.
Look at this. That is 14 feet 1.5 inches of B2 Spirit.
Yeah, look at that delicious looking airplane right there.
We did the scaling, and that's about a 1/12 scale,
dude.
For a B2 is pretty awesome.
That is massive.
So let's get looking in here. Let's get looking. We've got the hatch open. You can see inside there.
Wow,
nice and
clean. I thought you were going to pull the little UMX one out of there.
Wow.
It's a little bit larger than the hatch. Sad day. It would have been cool to have seen a B2 birth another B2, but
William Lane said, "Is that the same type B2 that Cletus McFarland had on his channel?" I thought he had like the.
He had a Carf one. It's not his, but it's one that is very similar to it.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah, so pretty cool on there. But I wanted to show you some size on this thing. I mean, you guys, the sky is really the limit, right, Brent? I mean, you can find almost anything out there if you really want to. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to show you some comparisons of what's available out there. So we're going to center this on. You're going to see this. This is kind of neat.
So guys, this will put this in perspective. All
right. So as you guys all know, I did a lot of work with the free wing B2. And so I did this one. This is my custom one. Kind of cool.
Right.
But look at this. That's compared to the largest foamy
It just
one.
barely clears the fuselage.
It goes to right here.
Jeez.
I mean,
yeah, it's just barely clearing the fuselage. The fuselage is almost as big as that whole plane.
I mean, it just doesn't compare.
So then we got the e-flite one, which is pretty awesome. So we'll add that to the pile.
Its wingspan is only from engine to engine.
And so
Man.
pretty dang cool. Now let's get the top view again. That's the shock factor. Look at that.
Wow.
Jeez, man.
There you go. There is the car
That's
V2
great.
bomber.
Wow.
It doesn't look all dressed up yet. This is still the base. When you buy them, they come base like this, and then you do your customizations on them.
Jeez.
And so I've got all the decals coming for it. We're going to dress it up all nice. We're going to do a good scheme on there, and it'll look good when it's all done. I'll do a little bit of weathering, make it look like some panels have been worked on a little bit. But
Dude, that is amazing. How's it fly? How does it handle?
it is a giant baby in the air. So
Jeez.
pretty cool. Pretty cool. Big old baby. She handles really well. As you can see in the videos, if you guys want, you can check out a couple of videos that we got out there. I've got on my Instagram under Soul Productions.
Yeah, that's what I saw it on your Instagram when it popped up. I was like, what is this? And then I looked, I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
It's on my Instagram there, and that's where I'm kind of doing some hot shot flying on there. But in Mountain RC's video,
yeah, and I'm gonna put up his
he's got-
video while you're talking real quick, and so you can.
he's
talk
got my
here.
maiden flight on there, but then he's got my second flight on there where we ended up flying with 4 other aircraft at the same time, which is pretty cool.
F-22 turbines and 2.
This is Mountain RC's channel, guys.
Turbines.
So you got to make sure you go to his channel
cool.
and
You're gonna want to watch this whole
pick
video.
up some cool
So
content
Sit back.
like
relax,
this right here. Look at this,
and
man. This
enjoy
is
the flight.
amazing. All right, I'm gonna be quiet. This is cool. So Jeremy, you can talk through this. Yeah.
All right, so forgive me on this takeoff, guys, because I didn't have the elevator trimmed up enough, and so I pull it back and I actually bounce it off the ground a little bit on one little tick. But she gets in the air, it gets trimmed. My next several flights after this are just cherry, so pretty awesome.
And this is your maiden flight?
This is the maiden flight, so you know how maiden flights always go. Sometimes you don't have the right setting on there and trim, and it just takes a little bit. And I relax the elevator, right? And I shouldn't have. So I touch the back wheels and then I continue back again. And the only thing I had to do for trim was give it a little bit of elevator nose up.
Yeah.
And it did great. So pretty dang awesome.
It flies very smooth and fluid. Like it's not.
He's only flown this stealth bomber a couple of times.
So it's not terrible.
So I got this from my good friend Nate.
Man, it looks so.
It only had 3 flights on this airplane before I got it from him.
Oh wow.
One of those 3 flights was me flying it. So I've already flown this airplane, but just on a different radio with different settings. So
how does it handle the wind? Pretty good.
It does fine. With the drag rotors, you see.
Yeah. I see him.
You see a little bit of difference when you have wind going across the fuselage versus forward or flying with the wind. You see a little bit less response from the drag rotors because the wind is going with them and they're not draggy, if that makes any sense.
Right.
And then you got your thrust from your motors, which is ideally even, but usually it's not perfectly even.
Now this turbine
And
jet
so-
is powered by
And that's
pretty
twin 80s right there, right?
Yeah, and so that first little pass I did, that was me getting comfortable with it, and then after I was comfortable with it, it was game on from there.
Yeah, it seems like it's pretty dead on, man. Locked in. Look at that.
It flew so good, and so
I bet people driving by were like, "What is that?" And they're
I
like,
just saw a B2.
"Yeah, exactly." Jeez, that looks
But
really
they don't
good.
know that the B2 is massive.
That thing's huge. So we're going to skip around to it and get your landing on there. Watch how that comes in.
And so that was without opening up the drag rudders. I wanted to see
Wow.
how it landed clean.
Very nice.
And I've said this before.
Now-
The B2, or sorry, the Grantsville area that we go through, our salt flats, is the best place to do this type of testing.
Now this is a cool shot. This is cool right here. So let's see this.
That is a lot of money out there.
This is what dreams are made of right here. Let's take a look.
A lot of money.
Watch this better takeoff.
Oh yeah. It seems like when it's ready, it just pops right on up.
See, I do know how to get it off the ground.
Oh yeah. Man, that white jet shows really nice on that blue sky.
And those guys were doing a lot of communicating. They were definitely talking to each other.
There was a lot of talking, but the funny thing was while flying, everybody wants to have an airplane the same size. And they're not really realizing that I am twice their size, and so they're flying as if same size, and they're not realizing that I'm way further out than they are.
Oh yeah, because you're bigger. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
But the cool part was, right, between the maiden flight and this flight, every single person that was out there at that time was filming.
Wow. Wow,
So,
man. Now, what kind of speed do you get on that one? Just cruising around. What do you think?
oh shoot, I don't even know. The size of it is very, very deceiving.
Yep, not for sure.
I'm assuming I'm going 80, maybe 90 miles an hour, if that. But again, I'm not trying to send it to mock Jesus.
It's probably faster than you think, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And it probably is. I'll put GPS in it eventually. But the thing is, though, is I don't want to start going too fast and then cause a failure in those drag rudders. So I want to keep them doing what they need to do. So,
Hey, Bobby, I'll be right back.
pretty awesome, though.
You have a gyro on that?
Yeah,
I'm running a Cortex Pro.
Oh, okay.
Nice. I'm gonna bring this thing in, watch this thing in for the landing.
Oh, this is a photo pass. You got to watch this. Look at fighter jet, wannabe fighter jet.
Yeah, that was
Look
crazy.
at that.
Oh my god,
That's the money shot. Money shot.
dude's either got tons of balls or he's just knows what he's doing.
Or
so
the plane just flies that good.
That was me holding just a little bit of drag rudder to that one side, just to keep that nose high a little bit. But
man.
It was a big baby through there.
That'll
So
do it for today's video, and I hope you
Dude, that was great. By the way, guys, that was brought to you by Mountain RC. So check out Mountain RC's channel right there.
yeah,
And
appreciate
there
him
you
doing
have
that.
it. And he's actually in the chat. So yeah, Mountain RC, really appreciate you getting that out there like that, dude. That's some good stuff. That was some good footage. So
Yeah,
thank
so
you so much.
it's powered by two Sui 180s in there. If you guys are curious, I've got a
Wow.
Cortex Pro gyro in there. I'm running a power safe Spectrum receiver in there, and that's pretty much it.
Jeez, man.
Pretty awesome.
Let's see. That one doesn't fly with the drag rudders open. Craig
Oh,
Bevan.
they're open. They're only open just enough to be efficient.
Gotcha. That is amazing, man.
And so, from what I understand, the real B2, right, when they go into combat mode or black mode or whatever they want to call it, silent mode, everything goes clean, and then they drop those down to nothing. So
Jeez.
they fly off of thrust, if I understand right, at that point. So,
And while we're talking about this too, let's
correct.
take a look and let's see. And let's get a little bit more detail in there because I had some people asking some questions about it. So we'll pull this up right here and boom, you guys can see that right there. That is it right there. That's a big bird, man. That is a nice looking bird. There it is. So wow. it's neat to see this back end part of it because it really shows you how everything goes together.
Yeah, so that price you saw there is without landing gear. So you had 4,000 and then another 2. And then you got the decals, which are 220 out the door when they come. You got a lot of things you got to buy for this plane.
Oh yeah.
And
the cheapest thing is the UAT. That's funny.
And so ultimately you come down to getting everything in there where you got the gyro, the motors, all that stuff. And you end up being about $14,000 from this airplane.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
But she's going to look good.
Yep.
You got to get some flat clear coat on that thing.
I was wondering about that. I was going to ask you.
Yeah, so the clear coat's going to go on there after the decals go on. They got water slides that got to go on.
Cool.
And they say that after you put the water slides on there, let them dry, and then a flat clear coat. So
that thing's 171 inches across.
Yeah, that's just 1/12 almost. The real one's 172 feet. So.
Jeez.
Yeah, pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah, and 52 pounds. That's a big bird.
So this one is actually, from what I understand, the lightest built so far.
Wow.
So this was built by Josh Bybee and Jesse Gateway out of Denver.
Man.
They built it, and then somebody had mentioned about whatever his name, Cletus McFarland flying the B-2, right? So he had his first experience with it, and everything was popping off, and he was really having a tough time on there. Well, Josh Bybee had gotten a hold of him and said, look, we've been flying a B-2 now for a year plus, and we've got hundreds of flights on it. If you want help in getting that thing going, we'll help you. So he ended up going all the way to Cletus's place. They built and fixed his B-2 to run right. And the first flight he puts on it is off of the drag strip that he has in between side-by-side walls. And he flew the heck out of that thing and had success. He came in for a landing right back on there. And, man, it was awesome. And so good on Jesse and Josh on there. If you guys look at that video with Cletus and them on there, Josh is who built this plane. He did a fantastic job, but he knows how to keep it light, and so this is lighter than what they even say there. So pretty cool.
That is nice. So you guys that are just jumping in here, we just showed a video of Jeremy's new B-2 turbine, twin turbine jet, man. Pretty cool. I gotta say that's on a different level right there, Jeremy, man. That you gotta love the hobby to get into it like that, man. That's amazing.
It's neat. When I knew this airplane was for sale, I had to get it.
Oh
so.
Yeah. You're like, I'll sell my kidney, my lung, whatever it takes.
I still have all the limbs, but my credit card was loving me at the time.
Oh, so. I'm sure the credit card was feeling a little bit heavier. You're like, but you know what though, man? It's what makes you happy, and that's what you work hard for. And so it's only money. You can't take it with you, and you can always make more. So so boom, there you have it, man. Brett, what do you think about that, man? What's your thoughts on it? Considering you're kind of near and dear to that airplane.
Yeah, so my dad spent 30 years of his career working on the B-2 at Edwards Air Force Base on the flight test program. So my dad worked on the airplane every day for 30 years, all the way from first flight all the way through his retirement 6 years ago. So, and I started Northrop Grumman on the B-2 project myself 20 years ago. So spent a few years working on it. So definitely it's and growing up, that airplane essentially funded my family it's still funding my family because my dad's retired now. So anyways, it's very dear to our hearts. I saw the first flight of the real one when I was a little kid. So the B-2 is definitely a airplane that's close to our hearts in our family. And it's a neat airplane. And it looks like Jeremy's flying it really well. So
yeah, smooth.
Carf did a pretty good job on that airplane. It's not perfect scale, but it's really good. And it would look awesome with a bit of weathering and some detail work make it look really, really cool. So
that's what I was saying.
And I will work on that with your help. No,
yeah,
how does this look? Oh, no. That wrong panel.
Yeah, it would be really cool to put some functioning bomb bays on it, but
So there is a guy that did that, and I've tried to contact them. I contacted one of the people that have it, They actually have the bomb bay where the doors open, and then it's actually got the
little
diffuser,
come out.
Oh, wow.
the little diffusers or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And then it actually has a rotating dispenser of weapons. They did a fantastic job on it. The problem was, what I heard from him was, you have to change the spar out. You have to remold fuel tanks, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit too much. I'm going to just enjoy the plane and make it look as nice as I can the way it is. So
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, man.
if I ever get a hold of those, man, and it's a little bit shorter instead of being the full mod that he does, maybe
you wouldn't have to do a full depth, just enough to put some small 3D printed bombs in it, a couple inches deep or something.
Yeah, so
I was actually gonna do I was gonna put bomb bay doors on my free wing B2. I did the nose gear mod. I moved the gear forwards to make it look nicer, and then I just never got around to finishing it. I ended up selling it, which I definitely regret because it's such an expensive foamy. It's like, holy cow. And then when I bought the little e-flite, or when Bentley got the little e-flite B2 for me for Christmas, I'm like, man, it's such a cool airplane. Then I really regretted getting rid of my free wing one, but.
Well,
I had big plans.
We might be able to sell you one for a real decent price because we've got 3 at my house. So,
oh boy,
4 or 5 if you count the. Anyway,
man, dude, that was definitely awesome.
I'm definitely a bomber guy. I don't know if you guys realize this.
I noticed, man. Yeah,
B2. That's a cool factor thing. But I worked on the Lancer, the B1 Lancer, and so. My squadron, the T-Birds at the time, out of Ellsworth Air Force Base. So I've always just been a bomber guy, right? And so that's where my roots started in the Air Force with bombers. And I enjoy flying bombers. I enjoy flying them relaxed. I enjoy putting a little bit of heat on them to give them that show appearance that they do at air shows and whatnot. And then from there, relax it again. I don't need to show that I can knife edge a B2.
Yeah, that's right. Well, man, I hope. Let's see here. Louis Motorsport says, "I hope y'all bring back the eflite B1." So
it's coming back.
It's coming back for sure. Yeah,
it's coming back. They're just they need to make more, and they had to gather parts to be able to make more. So they had to go back to making more because they've sold so many of those airplanes that they are out of actual parts and everything, so they're up-ing everything.
Impressive. It's an impressive plane. While we're over here talking about impressive planes, my friend, let's talk about a new one that came out, man. Let's talk about the new scheme. It's not technically new. Let's talk about the e-flite Beechcraft, the D-18, the RC-45J. That's a pretty cool looking airplane. I don't know if you guys saw it or not.
Oh, it looks
this
great.
One is a nice play. I mean, it's very, very nice. I'll share it right here. Take a look at it, guys. Beautiful looking bird, man. And I love what they did. The Coast Guard scheme is absolutely phenomenal. I think that's great. They did a good job with this one. And I'm happy they brought it back. And I have the silver one right behind me. And what's funny is I did a review on the silver one before, and I was going to do a second review of this one. And then out of nowhere, this one came right here out of left field. So I'm not going to go out and get this one right away, but it is pretty good. And look at the price, $399. This airplane flies.
That's the cheapest I think I've ever seen it. I thought it was like 5 something originally back when.
No, I think this one is the plug and play. So, but I think it's like a couple bucks more, and you can get the one with the receiver in it. But dude, look at this. They did a phenomenal job, man. I really like the appearance of this airplane.
Yeah, that was always a super solid flying airplane.
Oh, it's a big baby.
The only reason we sold it is we sold it to somebody that needed an airplane that was solid to learn on.
And the only reason I sold mine was I got bored with it because it flew so good. Like it literally flew so good. It's got lights. It's got
it does wicked pop tops.
Oh, does it?
Oh yeah, it sure does.
Hatch
with the thrust proportioning that it does. Man, you can get that thing whipping.
It comes with the AS3X. But you can see it's a good size model, and just a very nice rendition of that airplane. So yeah, you can see $399 for the plug and play, and if we go back, you can get the one that's ES3X and safe in there for $449.99.
$449. Like I said, I still think that's cheaper than what I remember it being from the beginning. I mean, that thing was up there at the price of all the Z the Carbon Z series airplanes, and I was taken away in the original one. But
and look, for $50 you get the one with the receiver. That's a no-brainer to me. Spend the $50 and go get the receiver, right? Like, you don't
absolutely, those are $200 receivers.
Exactly. So, runs on 3S, 4S. So I don't have anything bad to say about that one, dude. But that's an awesome looking airplane. And before we started the show, guys, me and Bentley were talking about it. Bentley, what's some of the things that you like about that airplane? You were saying it's excellent flyer and smooth.
Yeah. So I really, yeah, that's all right. We'll forgive Bobby.
I said Bentley, didn't I?
You sure did.
I mean,
I didn't even know why I even said Bentley.
Right.
I meant to call you Hex Speed. What the heck? There we go.
Yeah, that's not the first time.
It won't be the last, I promise you.
No, I'm sure.
I remember faces, not names.
It looked really good. I was telling Bobby that I was like, typically Bentley and I get the same airplane for Christmas. It's usually some kind of foamy, and we go out and fly them together. And so before Christmas and before the GB came out and all that, I was like, oh man, it'd be really cool is get a pair of those Beech 18s. And then I go on the website to order them in like November, I think. I get ahead of the game for Christmas, and they were discontinued. I was like, oh man, you got to be kidding me. And then by that point, the Texan was out, so we ended up getting Texans, which we love, by the way. But so I kind of missed out on it. I'm like, I can't believe they discontinued that airplane. I thought they sold really well.
Yeah.
And then this morning when I woke up, checked my phone, and you think being a Team Horizon guy that they would give you some kind of heads up, heads up, but they don't tell us anything. So anyways, I go on my phone and I'm like, oh man, that thing looks killer, because I'm a huge fan of like high vis paint schemes, and I'm also like really picky when it comes to colors and markings. Like when I see some of these turbine models that come out that are $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 models, and the markings and the paint are garbage, it just blows my mind. I'm like, how did someone approve that? That looks terrible, in my opinion. But then you see something like this, it's a foamy that comes out. The orange is really hard to get right, and they nailed it. It's all painted white. There's no white foam. The decals look really well done. So and it's even got the stripes on the props. I'm like, oh man, that thing looks freaking killer. And just a little bit of detail. Like if you detailed those motors, did a little bit of weathering, that thing would look insanely good. And they fly as they fly incredibly well. So
I remember it flew so well that I was like, oh my gosh. Like, again, I was like, they need to make that into a larger scale model. That would be amazing.
A Carbon Z would be great.
Carbon Z size one?
Could you imagine?
That would be massive.
It would be great. But
yeah,
wonderful flying airplane, guys. It's a really neat one. Like I said, I'll talk about it real quick while we got it. But this one, this is one of the old ones that I had. I sold it to a friend there close by, and then turned around and he was getting ready to sell it, and I bought it back. So, but a really nice airplane. It's got the nice retracts under there. I believe they're counter rotating props, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they have to for the.
And so you've got retracts right here. I mean, it's beautifully done. But I am jealous. I do really want the newest scheme. It's just
what I want to do. Get a couple of small 4-strokes and put them on there.
Oh, you should definitely do that. I don't know why you don't do that now that I think about it.
Still use the thrust displacement.
Yeah. You should. I mean, you have separate throttle
but check out the bay. It's a massive bay. The bay, you can put all the way up to a 3 or 4S 5000 in this thing. Like, it's a huge bay. I can put my whole
we had a massive battery in there. I can't remember the size we had, but it was a joke of how big we could fit inside that airplane. And it didn't even mind it.
No, it doesn't care. It's
got a big wing on it.
It's a wonderful airplane. It's got the lights and everything. One cool feature I really like about this airplane that I forgot when I got it back is this right here. The wings come off in sections. So this one comes off and this one comes off. Makes it very easy to store. Yeah. And if you want to display it, you can do that. So really nice. The wings, they've got the pins in there, as you could see, and you just really slide it on.
Matt Yonkin, I think is what it is. The guy that's William Lane.
Very nice, but a very nice model, guys. Look, I mean, and that was one that kind of forgot. A lot of people forgot about it because it was so good, and I flew it like once or twice and moved on to something next. So glad I got that one back. We'll do some video on it and we'll see. So I can't wait to get the other one though, for sure. But that is an amazing airplane. So moving right along,
those are what I did, Brent, with ours on our little.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
So did you make yours moving though, like I did with mine?
No, they're just solid.
Oh, they're just fixed.
Yeah, we goofed up.
That's funny. Let's see.
Yeah, mine moved with the Elevon, but
yeah, mine's awful now. So we tried to do that, and it didn't work out. So we're gonna get another one.
Let's see. So I don't know if you guys noticed this, but Randall, he's right. Lower prices, guys. So Horizon Hobby went back to their, I want to say pre-tariff prices, right? Or much lower prices on some of the things that they have. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, which is always welcome. We were wondering if they were going to bring back down the prices. So I'll share the screen with you guys so you can kind of see some of this stuff. But you can get the 10-channel power safe telemetry for $350. I don't know if that's better, but the 6-channel AS3X Plus with safe, $69.99. My favorite right here is the what is that? Is that the 6-channel? Yeah, 6-channel. DSMX 6-channel AS3X, so $84.99. They've adjusted a lot. These are still $45, but these are well worth it. If they were $100, I'd still buy them. Let's see. The 8 channels are now back to 100, so that's good from 159. It's 160. So massive difference, guys. Like these are now almost affordable. These little guys right here, I love them. Look, they're $37.99 now.
What is the power safe synopsis at now?
So let's see here. We'll get down to that one, I guess. Look, this is 40. So these are all the same prices. The 630s are $64.99. Let's see here, $64.99. Dude, this is great. 10-channel AS3X for $129. That's right. And
that came way down because those were like $180 not that long ago.
Yeah, dude. So
yeah, they were.
This is a great sign. This is a
I just bought a couple of 8 channels like 2 weeks ago. Now I'm like bummed.
Right? I know. Doesn't that hurt when they do that? I hate when they do
like,
that.
Wop, wop, wop.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
What's funny is I need to buy some more 10 and 8 channels, and I was like, well, I'm not going to get anything until But now I'll jump back on it.
Yeah,
20-channel power safe with telemetry.
Those
Jeremy?
are just standard power safes.
Yep. Let's see what the other ones are going for. All right, the synopsis right here, $529.
For how many channels?
That's the 20 channel.
That's the 20.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
Yeah, because that was up to like $650 for a while.
Yeah,
it was at like 7 something.
Was it really? I didn't know.
Yeah, it was over $700.
I just ordered a 10-channel recently too. Dadgummit.
I'm sorry.
They don't tell me anything, man. It's bullcrap.
Man, isn't that nice? I mean, like, pretty neat though that they came down on the price. That's good. I'm glad they did that. So hopefully we'll start seeing a lot of prices in the hobby. Maybe this is a good sign of things to come, right? So, but man, that's actually very welcome. So yeah. The iX14 plus SE with all that, that's not a bad price. How much is it going for now? Too? I wonder if that came down as well.
That was an iX14. How much?
Well, it comes with the 20-channel power safe. Yeah.
Wow.
Right. Not terrible. I wonder if their radios went down too. This is a great sign. So let's see here. Let's look at that. Yeah, they're down about $100 off the iX14 20-channel, $899, $999. So not terrible. You can get an iX14, the standard one, for $719. That's the one I have, which is out of stock, of course, and I think they pushed that one to the rear. But yeah, man. So that's good signs right there, man. I think that's great news. Lower prices. Man, that's something that we're not accustomed to. Let me jump into the comments real quick. Let's see. BED Tennessee said Spectrum had to do something with their price, and you're absolutely right. They're pretty much forcing everybody to go to FR Sky and everything like that. They were putting themselves out of business. Let's see here. I just bought 2 8 channels like 4 days ago for like 170. What the heck? I know. Don't feel bad.
Yeah,
This is how I
I'm right there
normally
with
feel. P51 says, I got my first turbine comment. Jet Ruler, 1/8 scale F-16 Dutch demo team livery. Let's go. We're converting another one to turbine.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man. Love it. Love it. You're going to love it, and you're going to hate it because it's going to open your eyes into a wonderful world of amazingness. So
You won't touch EDFs very much anymore once you start flying,
Yeah.
especially when you first start flying turbines. Your EDFs collect dust for a while.
You saw how hard I went in. And I was
Speaking of which, I have a lot of EDFs for sale now.
Oh man. Well,
Yep.
hey,
Come
if
to
you're
the
willing
house.
to ship them, if you're willing to ship them, let me know. Nah, but
I'm not willing to ship.
I know you're not.
Unless you pay for it. Everything.
Yeah, man. Really, really good news right there. So I don't know what happened to Will. I guess he dropped off the face of the earth. But so let's see here. By the way, Jeremy, what's the news on the K8s? Are they coming? Are they getting a little closer?
Yeah, we're gonna project the mid-March.
Okay.
They're on Chinese New Year right now.
Oh, that's right.
And I want to tell you guys, like, the price that this airplane is going to be is going to shock you in the good way.
Good.
But I don't want to reveal it until they're a little closer. So
man,
I might need one. That's a great looking airplane in the camo scheme. That looks pretty sick, honestly.
I want it so bad, and like
I love trainer jets, so it's kind of. I actually didn't even know that thing even existed. To be honest with you, I was like, that's a pretty good looking airplane, man.
And for you guys wondering what we're talking about this right here.
You like light airplanes, Brent. This thing is light for its size.
Yeah.
And the power system is so quiet, it's crazy.
See, to me, like the L29 doesn't do any, or the L39 doesn't do much for me, but that's a nice looking trainer right there. I like that a lot.
It's got good lines too. I don't know, something about it's just a good looking bird. So
got a lot of wing area too. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I have a video we can share, Bobby.
I think you sent me one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was an older one. Let me send you a link.
All right. Send me the link.
I gotta make sure I don't have sound in there.
But yeah, that's a nice one, guys. And I can see some people putting that thing on 8S really easily. We got 62 people in the room, man. So guys, don't forget to give a thumbs up, man. Really appreciate that. Let's see. I'm jumping into the comments. If you guys have questions, feel free to go ahead and jump in there and ask some questions, and we'll take them on and on.
All right, Bobby, here. This is going to come to you.
William Lane says, isn't there going to be 3 schemes for the K8? That's right.
Yes, there will be.
Let's see. Bill said
that. So just so you know, that camel scheme, that is only available through Banana Hobby. So
that's right.
That is an exclusive to us.
Let's see here. You sent that through Facebook?
Regular text.
Okay. Let's see here.
All right, guys, you only get to see this here because it's unlisted and you don't have the link.
Yeah. Let me see.
We're gonna share all of the videos that we have, the unboxing, the quick assembly, that fun jazz, all once it gets closer to the thing.
That's right.
We want to give you guys videos to enjoy when you purchase an airplane. So
let's see here. I've got to send this to myself here. And
I just know that there's a third scheme. I haven't seen it yet.
Let's see. Give me a second here.
When we're done talking about the K8, I got a good trainer jet story for you.
Oh, I'm always up for a good trainer jet story. Let's see here. Almost done. And let's go here. Send it here. And we're going to be in good shape here in a second. Let's see here.
If you needed me to send it through Messenger, I could have done that too.
It would have been easier, but it's fine. I'm almost there now.
Things that would have been nice to know yesterday, Stolt.
Exactly. Yes.
Roll the Jeopardy music.
Yeah. Yes, Stolt. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Okay, we'll pull that out real quick.
Remember, you guys only get these little insights.
Yeah.
Here.
I appreciate that. All right, we're going to copy that link there.
What is the length of the wing and the wingspan? I got that right here. I got to just pull the paper out.
Okay.
It is a wingspan of 50 inches and a length of 55 inches.
A nice
Man.
size.
All right, Jeremy. Let's do this thing here. Let's let me get that a little smaller there. Oh, let's pause that. Okay. All right, we got it queued up, guys. So let's take a look at this K8 video. You're not going to see it anywhere else. So let's get to getting. Jeremy, this is fresh off the press,
semi-unedited.
Yeah, so
and I apologize for the dog barking in the background because
that's okay.
We're at a field and I can't do anything about that.
That's what they do. They're supposed to bark. Here we go. Let's roll. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Man, that's smooth. Look at the gear. So nice and smooth coming up. Very nice. Now, does this have a gyro in it by any chance?
Yeah, it's got a Hobby Eagle, I think, in it.
Nice. Is that the 2000 kV in runner in there?
Yes. I had to look at the paper.
I just remember you telling me last show. I was
I'll
like,
put the paper up here so that I have that. So I don't have a memory like everybody. So you ask a question, I'll be like, I'll find out.
Hey, you might not have a memory like everybody, but you got to be too.
I do.
Very nice. Smooth rolls. Looks like you got the CG dead on that one.
Will it hold a nice wheelie?
Yes, you can get wheelies out of it. It is.
It's a very important aspect.
That's got a 6,200 milliamp hour pack in it, by the way.
Wow, look at that. Very smooth, guys.
And it still flies exceedingly light.
Look at that. I gotta say, I love the camo, but that color right there is nice. It definitely pops. Yeah. Camo's cooler though. Just gonna put that out there.
So what you get out of this airplane is you get everything standard. You know, you get lights, flaps, aluminum retracts, the actual retract, not just the strut. You know, you get all the aesthetics to it, a cockpit that looks great, wings that are quick connect. You know, you take the screws out, but still your connections are quick connect. Same for the vert and the horizontal are all quick connects too, which is pretty cool. So
I can definitely see me putting some power in that thing, like an 8S or something crazy. Just for no reason. Just because I can. That looks really nice.
It is such a light airplane. It's crazy how light it is. I say that enough, but an airplane that large from most other companies are tanks. You know?
Let's go set up for the landing. Let's take a look at this landing right here. All right.
The great part about this is even in full gear, full flaps, I still have the ability to walk that airplane around any direction I want.
Wow, look at that. Nice, man.
Let's
just go back. I got questions real quick.
Oh, and it's got thrust reversing.
What is that? Is that turf?
Yeah, that's AstroTurf.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, we've had that out there. We just need some help getting it laid out.
Look at
on
that.
our field.
Very smooth. Little reverse thrust action right there. Boom, bananahobby.com. You got it. That's where you're going to be able to get that one right there, boys and girls. Man, that's cool. So
neat airplane. It's been fun.
Don Henry says that 2000 kV can handle 7S. Yep. That's cool. That's cool, man. Wow, that is very, very, very cool, dude. So, guys, you saw it right there. Thank you, Jeremy, for sharing that. You didn't have to do it, but we're so glad you did. So that is absolutely awesome, man. Jeez, dude. Let's jump back into the comments there.
Awesome.
Sure.
You're welcome.
Let's see here. Louis Motorsport says it looks like it flies so well. Slow. Humble RC says, yo, what's up, guys? Huge fan. Hoping to be like you one day. Hey, man, we're just trying to inspire people. And then you can be like whoever you want to be. You'll be better because you know what? Like you got guys like us up here. You're just gonna be better because that's the way it's supposed to be.
You're gonna learn right.
That's right. Yeah, and you're gonna build off of what you're seeing here, and you're just gonna make it better. You're just gonna keep inventing the wheel and keep it moving, dude. Dan Zimmerman says, "What is the length and wingspan of this bad boy?"
Yeah, I already said that, but it's again 50 inches in wingspan, 55 inches in fuselage length.
Bill Wagner said Free Wing is offering their 8S 80 millimeter EDF now. Also, I saw that, and when I looked at it last go around, they had sold out like that. So if you can get an 8S 80 millimeter, that is a monster. So that'll be an amazing setup right there. So that might give me an idea to get one of those. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that segment talking about the K8. That's a cool airplane. So we're going to move on to some questions that we got over here, man. So we have a couple of questions here. Let's see. Well, I was going to go into that I wanted to talk about. So while we're talking about a couple of things, I wanted you guys to jump in here and let's talk about safety and regulations. Let's talk about a couple of common RC mishaps that you guys have seen at the field or just being around and how people can avoid them. This is the kind of stuff like we all can learn from this. These are things that, you can never get too comfortable with. So what do y'all think? I'll let you take it, Jeremy. You can start with some common RC mishaps that you see, and then I'll move to you, Hex Speed. So there you have it. Look at them deep in thought. Let's see. Let's zoom in.
Well, I want to instill wisdom. I don't want to just shotgun something out there. Right?
No, man, we don't shotgun. All we do is wisdom over here.
You got something, Brent? You can throw out there while I'm thinking.
Yeah, I got one for you while you're thinking about it. One of the things that I would say, and this is really important at like a big event, especially even on like a regular weekend day at the field. They kind of drill this into you, especially when you go to events, and it's for a good reason. So they talk about the deadline, which is an imaginary line that runs from one end of the earth to the other across the front of the runway. So in other words, you don't cross that line with an airplane because behind that line are pits and people standing and airplanes parked potentially. There's trees potentially. There's lots of things that can go wrong if you get behind that line. Now, if you're at the field by yourself or with your friend and you want to come from the backside of the field to do a photo pass, whatever, that's a different story.
Right.
But, and in my opinion, when you're at the field by yourself, it's up to you. Like, don't hurt yourself, obviously, and don't ruin anything in the field. But aside from that, you can kind of, in my opinion, kind of do what you want. But when you're at an event or you're at the field and there's a bunch of other guys there, you need to be respectful of not crossing that line. And what you see a lot at like events, especially, you got guys that maybe get a model that's a little bit more advanced than what they should be flying. And a lot of times you'll see them, take off and swerve off to the side past the runway near a fence or near people. I can't tell you how many times I've been at an event and this happened to me, not on purpose, but I was doing an emergency landing and with a turbine jet that had an elevator flutter, and I lost one of the elevators essentially.
Oh wow!
And I was trying to land it. Well, I ended up a little bit past the deadline, and Jeremy was at this event. This is California Jets. I ended up a little bit past the line, but it wasn't a huge deal. It was an access road. Well, I didn't think it was a huge deal, but what I didn't realize at the time was there was a guy down there taking video, and he wasn't anywhere near the pilot box. He was way down the way, and I couldn't see him until I was coming in to land, and I ended up a little bit past that line, and I was like, holy cow, that could have been really bad.
Yeah.
But I've also seen it where guys have taken off and like out of control, like especially with prop airplanes, they can't keep them straight for whatever reason. I guess some people just think you just smash the throttle and then you just hang on for dear life while it takes off. But,
I've seen that.
But anyways, I've seen it to where they veer hard towards the line and there's people over there, especially at big events, there's people everywhere. And, people are ducking and hiding behind fences and all kinds of crazy stuff. So the deadline is like one of those things that you should really practice, even if you're by yourself. But to not let the airplane get past that line, like I said, unless you're out taking a photo pass or something like that. But, if you can't control, if you start off in the middle of the runway and you can't keep your airplane from veering hard left or hard right and heading towards the pits or heading towards the fence, you either need to reevaluate your airplane setup or you need to reevaluate your ability to fly that airplane because and it could be a big airplane. It could be a 20, 30, 40-pound warbird with a big prop on the front of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could really, really injure somebody. A turbojet, 50-pound airplane going 60 miles an hour at the rotation speed. Like that's going to be a problem if it hits a person or a vehicle.
Yeah, I've seen that happen at Jets Over Kentucky.
Yeah. Wow.
There was a guy that was hit by an airplane and had to be emergency taken out of there. Yeah. Pretty crazy.
XP, that's a very important one too. So that's a good one. I've got one, Jeremy, if you're still deep in thought over there. One for me is like, so when we have a flight line and you're not supposed to fly over, where you normally fly. Like you're not supposed to fly over your head or behind you. Sometimes people will get out of control. Maybe they'll lose orientation or whatever. But like, if they lose control, at our field, you're supposed to say, heads up or, give some people some type of warning that, an airplane's over your head. So you can be like, oh, you can see it coming in. Like, that's kind of one of the things that, when people are coming over the flight line, for whatever reason, they lose control and they can't come to the flight line, it's always nice to say heads up or something of that nature, alert the people around you so they can look up because like you said, heck, all it takes is one airplane. It doesn't matter what the weight of it is. If that thing hits you, you're going to feel it no matter what. So, saying heads up, or saying, I don't have it or anything that you can possibly say to relay to the people around you is so helpful. And that's a normal mishap. You'll have some people out there just lose orientation. I do it sometimes too. When I'm just out there, if I get them far enough away or I'll get deep in thought, I'll be thinking about something while I'm flying. And then, I'll be like, oh shoot. And then I'll try to get it back around. But, being vocal and letting the people around you know is a really good one. All right, Jeremy, you're up, buddy.
So this isn't really a rule, but this is something that I always found to be kind of potentially problematic. Or that can cause mishaps. And the biggest thing that I think is like when you go to events and you cannot see past people.
Oh, yeah.
They want you so corralled together on everything that you're literally like fighting to see who's can stick their head out the furthest.
That's a pain.
To be able to see what you're doing.
Yep.
And I don't know how to resolve this, whether it's like, if you're up there flying, you take a step back. If you're landing, you step forward. I don't know. It's just, we saw way too many incidents of people not being able to see, just even down in Arizona, just this, a couple weekends ago.
Yeah.
We had people sitting on chairs and they go to take off and, well, they can't see past everybody to their left. I don't know. That's just something that's kind of a weird thing on there. Other things are, people that feel comfortable being outside in the flying area with other people flying. Like you have a plane stop on the runway, right?
Yeah.
Hurry and get the heck off of the runway. Get it out of there.
I was literally going to say that. Like, that's my biggest thing. It's like
don't worry, take your time.
It's not a relaxed situation. Unless you're obviously the only one out there.
Yeah.
But if you've got other aircraft in the air, you need to hurry.
Yeah.
Hurry and get that sucker out of there because
dude,
otherwise people are going to run out of fuel and crash into water.
Batteries.
Or crash or batteries or,
Yeah.
The common sense should be there, right? But
common sense isn't common.
Common is it's not bad anymore. But anyway, it's just kind of crazy. But
well, let's move on to the next topic right there. So let's talk about this. These are some pretty good topics we got for tonight. RC airplane flight techniques. Let's talk about tips on flying RC planes smoothly and efficiently. So, like, I come from the era before gyros were a thing. Now, I throw gyros in everything, but one thing that I learned was to fly very smooth and not jerky. You ever been out to the field and you see that person that just is stick slamming over there, like just banging the sticks around?
I call that a safe guy.
Guys, man, I'm like, and you can see the airplanes like this, and I'm like, you want to tell those people, hey, man, smooth is steady, steady is smooth. But it's like they don't really get it. And then one of the guys at the field that had that, I went over there and I asked, I said, hey man, I said, are you using any expo? And he's like, yeah, I'm using 80% expo. And I was like, oh,
that's
a light switch.
Yeah. And I was like, maybe he doesn't have feelings in his thumb. I don't know, but that was one thing that I always would try to teach people is precision, smooth movements, no matter what. Smooth, realistic movements. But what do you guys say? What say you?
Well, so one of the things my dad used to expo. Yeah. One of the things my dad used to drill into me when he was teaching me when I was a little kid was he didn't want to hear the sticks make that twang sound, like when you let go of the stick, when it sends back.
This sound.
Yeah. So you would turn to one side and let go of the stick. Like, no, that's not how you're supposed to do it. So whenever I hear that sound, it's like, ugh. But I would say and it seems like common sense, but one of the most important things you need to do is sort of have a plan. I don't always plan out the maneuvers I'm going to do every time I go out and fly, but as I'm flying, I plan them out, right? And that depends on if there's other people in the air. There could be someone on the ground that's trying to retrieve something that changes things, right? You can't go buzzing the runway like you thought you were going to do because there's someone out there now. But you need to have some sort of a plan. You could tie together a number of different maneuvers, right? Instead of just I'm going to try this now. And then you make an abrupt turn somewhere to try and do that. You should have some at least 10 to 15 second look ahead on what you're doing next. But yeah, just being smooth on the sticks. But honestly, the craziest thing that I've come to find out, because people ask me to fly their planes for them, a lot, test fly them for them. And I'll look over the controls and I'll be like, all right, what about this? What about that? You'd be shocked to know the amount of people that will set up an airplane with just 100% throws on everything and then just try and fly it. And then never try and fine tune anything after they fly it the first time.
Absolutely.
They just continue flying it the way it is and say, oh, well, it's kind of sensitive and it's kind of this kind of. No, for me, the first 10 flights of an airplane, I'm doing small tweaks. And I usually start out with a pretty good idea what it's going to take. But, I'm making small changes to expos and control throws and dual rates and gyro rates, all those different things. And for me, part of the fun is actually to take an airplane and really dial it in and make it fly really nice. And I think a lot of people just don't care to make adjustments, which blows my mind a little bit, but a lot of people don't do that. And I don't understand it, and then the other thing too is some guys, I hate to say it, I don't want to sound the way this is going to sound. But some people, it doesn't matter how many years they fly, they're just never going to have it. You know what I'm saying? They just won't ever. I'm
offended.
Yeah, they just won't ever really get it. You know what I'm saying? And there's some that do, and there's some that don't. And that's okay if you don't. If you enjoy the hobby, you enjoy the hobby.
Right.
But for me, I'm always trying to improve myself. And so I'm always trying to learn new things. And part of that is having exposure to multiple types of airplanes. If you stick to one specific thing, you're probably going to be okay at it, but you're never going to be great because other airplanes teach you things that airplane won't. And so you can apply those lessons to this airplane. But again, if you're happy flying the way you fly, that's great. It's none of my business. Great. But as long as it doesn't endanger me or my airplanes,
I'm okay doing that, Brent.
Yeah.
Hey, right, I'll build on what you're saying. And I'm not gonna call this person out, and it's not a bad thing, but it's not it's a progressive thing. So I know a guy that flies out at our field, great pilot, good friend, but he never trims his airplane. So the whole time he's flying, he's compensating for things. And I'm like, hey, dude, you need to trim that. Like every time you go up, you need to trim your airplane for level flight. And instead of trimming for level flight, his airplane's always like all over the place and herky jerky. And I'm like, man, what's going on? And I'm like, hey, you need to trim that. He's like, it's pulling to the right. I'm like, yeah, trim left. And he's like, oh, I'll just do it on the stick. And I'm like, that's not what that is. I was like, in full scale, they trim every time, they're up there all the time, they're trimming.
Stop trimming. Yeah, that's how you
fly exactly. And I'm like, dude, that's the key to flying, getting it smooth. And secondly, to build on that, another thing is use your rates. I have like low, medium, and high rates. Yep. And that right there helps you a lot. Like I said, I'm old school. I don't use a lot of expo. 10% expo is as much as I use. Anything over that, I'm kind of like, it's mushy. I don't have full control. I'm used to being smooth with my thumbs, but I love the expo.
As long as it works for you.
And in some airplanes I need more, but I was surprised, like, just something as simple as trim, in setting up those dual rates. Some people may not know that, they don't know what that button does down there. So, and it's not that they can't do it. It's they're uncomfortable flying, looking at the airplane and hitting the trim button as they're flying, taking their thumbs off the stick. So it's more of a learning curve, I guess. I don't know. Yep. But Jeremy, what do you got?
I got two things.
Let's roll.
The first thing is separate your dang rates. One switch does all is awful.
It's awful. I agree.
If you need more elevator and you give yourself more elevator because it's all on one switch, you increase your aileron and your rudder abilities too. And that might put them out of whack also.
Yep.
Separate them out. An elevator trim switch, or not a trim switch, rate switch, an aileron rate switch, and a rudder rate switch. All of those independent. Find out which one is the best happy medium for everything. Set that as your low, and then give yourself some spaz mode stuff for higher. But
that is the key right there. That's
one big thing.
I use this right here for my ailerons. I have 3 rates for that separated. And this is for my elevator. And my rudder is like right here. And that will save. Yeah, the flap switch. Well, no, I'm sorry, right here. Right here. That's mine. Right here. Not the flap switch, the opposite one. But guys, that right there alone will save you from so many issues. It'll save your airplane. It'll save you from crashing your airplane. Jeremy is dead on. So I have somebody, I think Will flies with all of them like that on one rate. And I'm like, I can't do this, dude. I'm like, this is, I can't do it. So,
especially when you have a new airplane, you're trying to really figure it out.
Oh yeah. But that's like the number one key to success right there. But anyway, I'll back off of that. Sorry, Jeremy. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're perfect. Absolutely right. Glad you showed that. People just do it. Separate your surface rates. You're gonna find that you have better fine tuning. If you need more elevator, you get more elevator and only more elevator. You need more aileron, you get more aileron and only aileron. It's just better all around. Okay. The next thing is flight modes, guys. All right. Flight modes in a radio gives you an ability to create an entire whole set of trim setups within a mode switch or a flap switch or whatever you want it to be. So I set my flaps as my flight modes. And so I get a whole trim category of aileron, elevator, and rudder on my flaps up, flaps mid, and flaps full. And it allows me to trim the airplane so that it likes with that adverse reaction of a flap. And I can trim it in the air. So no more going into the flap mode and doing any kind of compensation of the elevator in there. I just get to trim the airplane in flight. And so I put it into a flight mode and it starts climbing. Well, I can tell it to go down and fly level. Or if I need a little extra because my landing gear is now down in full flaps and it's pulling down, I can nose it up. I can even, if I have uneven flaps for some reason and it's got a roll effect, I can trim that out. All in flight modes. It's so simple. And once you've learned that, you'll never, ever go back. It's amazing. Amazing.
Amazing. Amazing.
So there's two wise things.
So
and everything else you guys said too, wise.
So guys, that was some good information right there, man. I mean, I think that right there is a good stopping point for us. But guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight, man. That was some good, useful information too. And here's the thing: is like, if somebody told me that when I first started this hobby, I would have been a much better pilot sooner, quicker. Just by having people tell me those key, like, hacks right there. Call it RC life hacks, I guess. But I tell you, guys, I really appreciate y'all hopping on the channel with me. Hex Speed in the house, dude. Always having some awesome things. Love it when you're on here. When you shot me the message today, I was like, heck yeah, but I was over there multitasking. I couldn't send it back. And then Jeremy, we talked earlier today, and so I'm glad you could make it. I was wanting to talk about that B2 that you had back there. Phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. Guys, if y'all didn't see the video of that, we showed it in the beginning segment of this podcast. So go back in there and watch it. You will
right up there, I got Salt Productions. That is my YouTube account. Do not mistake an A for the O.
That's
Otherwise, you will get a whole bunch of
Salt Productions. Also, Mountain RC had the video on there as well too. So make sure you look up Mountain RC on YouTube. You can go ahead and search that and go in there. So like and subscribe to his channel, and also like and subscribe to Jeremy Stoltz channel. I said it again, Stoltz channel, and Hex Speed's channel as well, guys. So look, certainly appreciate you. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I try to keep it under an hour today, but gosh, we have so much fun and so much content that I have to try to be mindful of everybody else's time. So with that said, Hex Speed, you got any closing statements, sir?
I'll have to tell it next time. I had a little trainer jet story for you, but that's all right.
Ooh. Man, I'm sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
You can say it.
Yeah, slide it on in, man.
All right, quickly. It's a great story. So we were at the field a couple weeks ago, flying my nitro ducted fan A4 at the field.
Oh, yeah.
And a dad and his son showed up at the field that I'd never seen at the field before, and they had a couple of those. What are those? E-flite or park zone airplanes? They're like trainers with the pusher prop on them.
That's
like super.
Yeah, the Aero Scout.
Yeah, Aero Scout. They both had Aero Scouts, and I started talking to him like, "Oh yeah, we're pretty new to the hobbies. We've been doing it for a year or two," and they just flew the crap out of those Aero Scouts. And they were like, "Man, we really been looking at getting into jets." And Bentley had his Viper 90. And just flying the crap out of it like he always does. And they're like, "Man, that thing is so cool." And I'm like, "Man, it's a great jet to get into." But I'm like, honestly, a great first jet would be like the new Habu 80 is like a really super docile jet that has good performance and everything else. Nice. But it makes a super slow stall, super slow landing speed, and it makes a really nice flying jet. So, and Bentley had one. And so I was like, actually, we started talking about it, and I was going to sell it to him, and I'm like, you know what? We've been given so much stuff in the hobby. I said, you guys can have it. They were super stoked. And so last week he came back out with it, and I helped him go over his radio, make sure everything was cool. And then he did he's only flown the Aero Scout and maybe a couple other airplanes, and he did his first flight with that Habu 80, and you got it trimmed out, and almost immediately came in and landed and just greased it and was having a great time with it. So, if you're looking to get into like jets and you've done nothing but trainers or high wing airplanes or whatever, and you want to start flying jets, that Habu 80 and even the smaller Habus too probably work just as well. But right, man, it's a super forgiving jet, and he was just having a blast with it. So it was neat to kind of help someone take the next step in their modeling journey, and it was neat. So just wanted to share that.
That's an amazing thing, dude. And that's what the hobby is about, man. It's just think about the people before you, man, that put so much into it to get you to where you're at. And, some people, coming in, they're brand new to the field, and, they have this guy give them an airplane. I mean, you can't tell me they're not going to be hooked after that, right? Like, that's an investment into our hobby and into, community, man. So that's amazing.
And we had tons of fun with it. And it was, we're always short on room. So it was like, you know what? These guys are super stoked and everything else. Let's just give it to them. And so we did. And They were super appreciative of it. It is kind of beat up because Bentley belly landed it on an asphalt runway a couple of times doing low passes. So it definitely had some abuse, but it was a great airplane, and so they're gonna
literally the best airplanes to put out there because it's not like that shiny car that you worry about getting the first door ding on. You know,
right?
Yeah.
They already know that it's already got some rash, and they go out and they're not focused on dollars, and they're not focused on keeping it pretty.
That's right. That's right. I tell you, man, hey, that was a story worth hearing right there, man. And look, if there's a better closing story statement right there I've ever heard, that's it right there, man. So again, I really appreciate, that kind of thing. And that's one of the things we got to get out there and start spreading the community and keeping the good vibes going, man. Jeremy, you got anything?
Especially when there's kids involved, I mean,
oh, dude, you gotta have a heart.
Excited.
Yeah, you got to have a heart like with the kids. Like for sure. I've given airplanes away, and I'm just like, they're gonna sit. I probably won't do anything with some of them, and I just cook them off. Somebody else will enjoy it. So, Jeremy, what you got, buddy?
Nothing. Great show. Thanks for showing up. Click the likes, right?
Yeah, man. Like and subscribe to the channel, dude. The channel has now surged past like 200,000 subscribers. I looked at my the views. I'm like past like 9.5 million views. Like I don't understand what's going on, but it's amazing. So very happy.
100,000 not that long ago, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like... It's just
crazy.
I do shorts, long form content, man. Everything is just working. So it goes in ebbs and flows. It'll be good, and then it'll lull, and then it'll be good, and then it'll lull. So
it's doing good because this is the type of stuff that you can just have playing in the background when you're working on things.
It's true.
This is the little genre or jaw japping that we all do out at the field, and we fly 3 planes a day, but we're out there all day. This is what happens. Is we all just talk like this.
Yeah.
William
Lane says it's all your short.
This is the hobby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just get to fly some things.
That's right. That's right. And I will say, like, putting out some of the shorts, man, it gets people who have thought about the hobby. They don't know enough about it. And so they get to see it and they're like, hey, because, nobody has a long or short attention span anymore. So, but they'll see it and it hooks them and it brings them in to ask more questions. So, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It's been great, but we're going to shut this bad boy down and we're going to get on out of here without any further ado. I think that's it. What do y'all think? Yeah. I don't know what happened to Will. Will pretty much.
He probably hit a tree.
I think he had an emergency that he had to tend to. So,
I don't even think he said bye. He was just like,
he did. He said, I got to go take care of something real quick is what he said, but that was a long time ago.
Sounds like Taco Bell. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Y'all take care of yourselves. We're out of here. We'll see you next Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Boom. So I was